Hello everyone, my name is Vince. Welcome to Yin Yoga. For this class, you'll need props like bolsters and blocks. All please come into a comfortable seated position. And just try to allow yourself to turn inwards, to learn to rest. As you learn to rest, this will help you become stronger. Because really life is a marathon, not a sprint. Give yourself permission on this Yin Yoga session to rest and gain peace within, so that you can use the strength that we will cultivate to live in peace and serenity, not, as they say, rest in peace, as we burn out with that constant activation, stimulation, and stress. To rest is not to do nothing. It is to relax with activities that require less effort. Rest means recuperation. Rest is when you set aside time from your daily normal tasks to try to find stillness, to try to gain that internal strength, to try to improve introspection and foresight so that you can come back rejuvenated on your daily tasks. Imagine how different your life would be when you're able to rest. How will rest make you your best you? Try to set your intention as we start our restful yin practice. Always just stay soft in this practice. Always just observe your breath. Always just do less in the beginning, not requesting too much from your body. Just always start with what is given. Notice the state of your body. And as we start our practice, we will remind ourselves that our goal is just always to improve from where we are every day a little. Notice your breath. Is it shallow or deep? Each breath is a reminder just to begin and begin again. Notice parts of your body, starting from the feet, the legs, the groin, the belly, chest, shoulders, arms, hands, the neck, the face. What can you observe? What can you notice? Areas of tightness, areas of tiredness. We'll all come into our first pose. We'll all just try to stand and fold forward You can have props in front of you. You can try to rest your hands on those blocks. Your choice of the height, it can be the tallest height, it can be the middle height. You may also bend your knees and just rest your elbows and forearms on your knees. If you want a deeper stretch, you can just allow your hands to rest on the lowest side of your block. Maybe you might not need the blocks and you might just want to rest your hands on the mat. Or maybe grab opposite elbows. You might want to move your head from side to side. Just relax your neck. You might want to nod your head. Just notice the stretch on the whole back of your body, the back of the legs, the back of the spine. The whole backside is receiving a nice stretch here, and our head is in this inversion. Notice the blood flow into the brain. Slowly place your hands on the mat. Please bend your knees. Please don't look up. Try to come into this squat position. You can place your hands in front of your chest. Your elbows are alongside the inner part of the knees. You'll notice that push of the elbows on the knees. This pose is very good to open up the inner legs. It's believed to be very good for colon health. Just relax the face, relax the neck as we try to stay in these long static holds so that we can stretch our innermost parts, our tissues, fascia, and also target our energy channels. The challenge in this practice is in being completely still without struggling, but just being with yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. Slowly place the hands on the mat, and then gently we'll make our way to lie down on our back, just to rest our body, rest our tissues. Place your arms beside you. Just notice and feel. Observe and be conscious of all of the sensations in your body. Slowly now, can you please bend the knees and hug the knees to your chest? Can you gently try to step the left foot on the mat? Excuse me, Basco. Very good. Can you please see if you can try to straighten that right leg up so that the right foot is facing the ceiling? Your right hand can try to reach for the right shin, maybe the toes, the big toe. See if you feel a nice stretch on the back of your legs, similar to earlier. See if you can straighten and extend the left leg. Notice and feel the nice stretch. If you have a towel at home beside you, or a strap, a belt, it might be useful here. Feel free to bend that right knee. Just relax, just soften. This practice is not really about the doing, about the moving. It's about the being. So as we stay here, just passively stretching the back of our legs, just relax, just soften. Slowly, we're going to allow our legs to come down to the right side, just to open up the legs. Feel free to bend the knees. And just allow the legs to come down on their normal and acceptable range. The feet do not have to touch the mat. We won't be staying here long. Your left hand is trying to ground your left hip on the mat. So whatever part of the leg, of that right leg you can reach, just try to hold on to it as we try to stretch the tissues of your inner legs. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to bring that right leg up and over to the left side. You can move the hips to the right side as you slowly bring the right leg over to the left. You can try to place the left hand on the sides of that right foot. Now see if you can try to bend the left knee, and the right hand tries to reach for the inside of that left foot. Notice this full body stretch that is felt at the back of your right leg, at the front of your left thigh. How do you feel about this twist? As we bend the spine, as we rotate the spine, you can gaze towards the ceiling or towards the right shoulder. Just relax. Find that stillness, that edge. Feel the space in your body. Notice your breath. Notice the sensation of the stretch. You might be able to feel the subtle flow of energy in the body. You'll slowly release that left leg as you straighten the left leg And then gently you'll swing the right leg up and place it beside your left leg. And then we're going to come into our lying down position just to rest our spine, rest the pelvis, rest the legs. Can you step your right foot on the mat? And can you gently just try to straighten the left leg, pointing the sole of your left foot towards the ceiling. Right hand is placed on top of the right thigh. Can your left hand try to reach for either the left shin, maybe the sides of your left foot, or maybe you can grab onto the big toe. If you have a belt, or a towel, you can also try to wrap the left foot. So whichever is reachable for you, you can bend that left knee. See if it'll be accessible for you to extend your right leg. And notice the stretch at the back of your legs. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to try to ground our right hip with our right hand as we very gently allow our left leg to come down to the left side. You can bend that left knee, it's fine. You can just hold to any part of the left leg that is available to you. You can gaze towards the ceiling or towards the right shoulder. Just notice and feel the stretch on the inner legs. Just relax the face, relax the body. Take an inhale. Can you lift that left leg up? And slowly just guide that left leg over to the right side. You can move the hips to the left. And then your right hand tries to grab the outside of that left foot. Can you bend the right knee? The left hand tries to reach for the inside of the right foot. Try to open your legs like scissors as your left shoulder comes close to the mat and you're gazing towards the ceiling or towards your left shoulder. Try to breathe into the sensation where you're feeling this in front of that right thigh, at the back of that left leg. Try to find softness, space, and just relax here. Just soften. We'll slowly release our right leg. As you straighten the right leg, we'll gently swing the left leg up and towards the side of our right leg. We'll make our way to lie down and rest. Place our arms beside us. Feel your body. Notice the breath. Observe the mind. Can you please hug the knees to your chest? Come into this lying down child's pose. Can you see if you can step your right foot on the mat? And can you just try to extend your left leg towards the lower right side of your mat? Can you bring your arms up and overhead? Your right hand grabs the left wrist or the left elbow and points your arms towards the upper right. Try to relax your face. You can gaze towards the ceiling or towards the left shoulder, towards the left armpit. Try to notice the stretch on the whole side of your body. We're trying to improve the flow of energy in our longest energy highway, our spine. We're also trying to stretch and elongate the tissues of the legs. Try to feel that full body stretch. Just notice the sensation. Notice how we're able to lengthen the whole left side of your body. Try to relax. Try to soften. Try to connect with your inner self as you stay here in the poses. The more we're able to connect to our inner selves, the more we're able to draw out our true selves. When we are true to ourselves, we're able to bring out the best of ourselves. Just relax. Just soften. Being true to ourselves has so many advantages. It releases us from inflicting harm on ourselves. When we're not being true to ourselves, we risk harming ourselves and harming others as well. Slowly bring the arms back to center, followed by the legs. Just hug the knees to your chest. Try to bring the forehead close to the knees. Can you step your right foot on the mat? Can you step both legs on the mat? And then see if you can try to move your hips to the right side. Now, keep your left foot on the mat as you extend your right leg over to the lower left side of your mat. Try to keep both buttocks flat on the mat. Bring the arms up overhead. Your left hand grabs the right wrist or the right elbow and gently points your arms to the upper left. So your legs, your arms are all on the pointing towards the left side, and you're feeling a nice stretch on the right side of your body. Notice the stretch on the right side of your thighs. Notice the stretch on the right side of your belly. Notice the stretch on the right side of the ribs, the armpits, the right arm. Feel your breath. Feel the sensation in your body. When we are able to connect and tap into our inner truth, it allows us to move closer and closer into the truth of who we really are. And as we can observe people around us, we cannot be the people that we admire, the people that we read about. We can only be the best of who we truthfully are. And the best that we can be is our best gift to the world and life. Fully blossoming, fully developing, fully growing. And maybe that's the whole point of our mindfulness practice. To try to be mindful and heartful of all the life within us and outside of us. So that we can further hone, sharpen, and live our best life. We'll slowly allow our arms to come back to center, followed by our legs. And then we bend our knees, hug the knees to our chest. Maybe we can massage our back by moving our knees into a round circular motion. If we did it on one side, we do it on another side, clockwise, counterclockwise. Can you try to bring your knees closer to the armpits? Can you try to bend the knees, point the feet towards the ceiling? Grab onto either your shins, the ankles, the sides of the feet. We come into a happy baby pose. You can just stay in a passive happy baby pose, or you can try to move from side to side. Feel the stretch on the inner legs. You can also keep the left knee bent. Keep holding the outside of the left foot as you extend the right leg out to the sides. Again, feel and notice the stretch at the back of your legs or the inner legs. And then you can bend that right knee again and extend the left leg out to the sides. And again, feel that nice stretch. You can do this a few times. Bend that left knee again. Extend the right leg out to the sides. Bend the right knee. Extend the left leg out to the sides. It might feel good also to extend both legs out to the sides. Notice the stretch. And then bend the knees, hug the knees to the chest. Rest your head on the mat as we lie down here on our reclined child's pose. Feeling that compression in the belly. Feeling the softening in our feet, our legs. Releasing any excess gas from our body. Feeling the stress on our hips. Just notice, just feel. Allow this to be a gesture of loving yourself. Stop putting yourself down. Many times we underestimate our value and our contribution to our families, to our homes, to our communities, and to life. Give yourself credit for everything that you have done, for trying hard to be there for others and yourself. Notice your breath. What can you observe with your body? What can you observe with your pelvis, spine? We'll release this lying down child's pose. Can you step your feet on the mat? We're going to use blocks on our next pose. If you have 2 blocks, you may use them if the body is ready. You can also just use 1 block. Suggest to use the lowest side of your block just to avoid falling and instability. Take an inhale, lift the hips up. You're going to slide those blocks under the pelvis, on the sacrum, above where your buttocks rounds. Again, you can choose 1 block or 2 blocks. Try to find a comfortable position for the head, for the neck. Try to find stability and full support with the block. You can stay here or you can slide your heels away from you slowly. Come into this very delicious back bend. You can bring the arms up overhead. Come into this inversion, mild inversion. Feel the stretch on the whole front of your body. On our first pose, called dangling, we stretch the whole back of our body. Back side, this time it's the front side that we're stretching. As your arms are overhead, notice the nice stretch on the whole front of your body. Feel how the nervous system is relaxing and calming. Feel the blood and oxygen flow to your brain. Notice how the poses that we have been doing have been clearing the blockages in your body. It's believed that inversions are like an anti-aging pill for the body. See if you can bend your right knee. Bring the right knee closer to the belly, to the chest. Feel that stretch on the front of the left hip. When we try to move our spine in different directions, we try to improve how nutrients are transported, how energy flows. Notice those subtle changes in the body. Slowly release the right leg, extend that right leg, and then bend the left knee. Bring the left knee closer to you. Using both of your hands as you feel a nice stretch in front of the right hip. Notice how we're able to work your body, mind, heart, and soul in this practice. Slowly release the left leg. Can you try to bring your feet together? Create a diamond shape with your legs. And just briefly feel a nice stretch on the inner legs. Arms can just be beside you here. Just notice and feel. This bend for the spine, this stretch for the tissues of the inner legs. You can try to help your thighs, bring the knees closer together, kiss the knees together. You can place your arms back on the mat. When you're ready, take an inhale, lift your hips up, slide the blocks aside, try to rest your pelvis on the mat. Relax the spine, relax the hips. When you're ready, can you hug the knees to your chest? Can you tightly cross your left leg over the right thigh? Can you step your right foot on the mat? Bring your arms beside you. Take an inhale. Can you lift your hips to the left side and gently allow your knees to come down on the right side? You can try to support the knees with your props. As we come into a reclined twist, you can try to gaze towards the ceiling or towards the left shoulder. Feel the sensation on the left side of your body. Feel and enjoy this twist as we apply long static holds. And these holds are the safest way to target our yin tissues. Notice your breath, because being mindful of our breath helps us bring our whole being into the present moment. Notice how the nervous system is relaxing. This promotes healing in our body. To counter and balance the stress, the anxiety that surrounds us. It's good to cultivate serenity within us and peace. These are good ways to try to ground ourselves, center ourselves. A very good way to be able to process all the stress, all the negative energy around us. The risk of being unable to manage all of these stress is how it can permanently affect us in a traumatic ways. All of the things happening around us are quite traumatic if we don't try to handle them skillfully. So as we try to take care of ourselves physically, emotionally, and mentally, it should allow us to be able to navigate better through all of these uncertainties and stress. We'll slowly come out of this reclined twist, bringing our arms beside us, gently untangling our legs, and then bringing our knees back to center Just do this gently. We're not rushing any movement. And then hug the knees to the chest. We'll tightly cross our right knee, wrapping that right leg over the left. You can step the left foot on the mat as you bring your arms up to the sides, like a letter T. Move the hips to the right side, and then gently allow your knees to come down on the left. You can support your knees with a block. You can gaze towards the ceiling or towards the right shoulder. What can you observe in your body, in your mind, in your heart, in this reclined twist? Try to observe without judgment. Try to feel without any need to alter. Try to cherish without choosing what's good or bad. Just cherish everything. Sometimes we tend to give ourselves credit focusing only on the good things. And sometimes we fall into that bad habit of blaming others for the bad things. But the reality is that within us are good and bad things. And what we got from others are a mix of both good and bad things. Sometimes we blame the people closest to us for a lot of bad things. But when we look within ourselves, the good that we are is also a result of these relationships. And maybe that's where we can give ourselves that pat in the back. That even with all the unpleasant things that we have experienced in our life, we have learned, we processed, and it brought out the best in us. Observe, notice, feel, and be conscious of our body, breath, the mind. Thankful for this moment of practice, this moment of being with ourselves, for ourselves. This moment, not just of stretching our bodies, but also stretching our minds and our ability, our capacity to be with ourselves. Bring our
hands beside us. Slowly and gently untangle the legs. We're going to bring the knees back to center as we hug the knees to the chest. You can place your props under the legs, under the knees, as you slowly extend your legs. Feet wide apart. Arms beside you, palms facing up. We rest the tissues that we worked on. We allow our body to heal. And we take a rest in our Savasana. Slowly bring awareness back. Be conscious in this restful state. Notice the sensation on your feet. Notice the sensation on your legs. Notice the softness throughout the groin. The movement in the area of your belly and chest. Notice the sensation on your hands, arms. Notice the smooth, soft skin. Along the neck, the face. Notice the soft gaze as your eyes are closed and turned inwards. Can you slowly introduce movements to your fingers and toes? Maybe rotate your ankles and wrists. Can you bring your arms up overhead and the legs together? Point the toes. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Can you please bend your knees? Hug the knees to your chest. Can you raise your left arm up? Allow the knees to come down on the left side. Use your left arm as your pillow. When you're ready, can you use your right hand? Slowly push your body to come up. And we end our practice how we started, just so we can observe and compare how we feel. Come into a cross-legged position. Just rest your hands on your knees or on your thighs. We cannot give what we do not have. So in order to continue to give ourselves, we have to fill our cup, which we did on our practice, filling ourselves with loving kindness. Can you bring your palms together, create that heat, rub the palms, feel the sensation on the palm of your hand, feel the heat. Place the palms on top of your eyes, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Let's do that again. Rub the palms together. Stimulate the nerve endings on the palm of your hands. Place the palms on top of your eyes. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Last one here, rub the palms together vigorously, create that heat. This time we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Place the palms on top of your eyes. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Place the palms together in heart center or just rest the hands wherever they are comfortable to be placed. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. The light in me bows down to the light in you. I wish you an abundance of wealth, health, happiness, peace, love, joy, all the good things to flow into your hearts, into your lives, into your homes. Please take care. Please stay safe and strong. Namaste.